Ever wake up from one of those weird dreams and you're just like, what was that all about?
Oh, absolutely.
It turns out there's actually a ton we still don't know about why we dream.
So much mystery there.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean there aren't some seriously fascinating theories out there,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
just waiting for us to unpack them.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing in this deep dive today.
Awesome.
We're taking an article from Eurasia Review.
Okay.
It's called Why We Evolved to Dream at Night and What Dreams Mean Analysis. And we're really going to dig into it.
That was good.
Exploring leading theories about dreams,
Yeah.
why we have them, what's going on in our brains when we dream. And then we'll get into some of the really strange dream phenomena that scientists are still scratching their heads over.
Always love that part.
I know, right? It's like a journey into the depths of our own minds.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So let's start with some basics.
Okay.
We all dream, right?
Yeah.
Multiple times a night.
Even that.
We usually can't remember most of them. Right. But what I find so interesting is that the types of dreams we have actually change throughout our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true.
Just like we do.
They mirror our age and what we're going through at any given time.
Think back to your teenage years.
Oh, yeah?
I bet your dreams then were quite different
Totally.
from the dreams you have now.
Oh, 100%.
No more high school math tests for me, thankfully.
Fully.
But here's a mind-blowing fact from the article.
Okay.
Over a lifetime, we could spend 5 or 6 full years dreaming.
Wow.
That's a pretty substantial chunk of time spent in the dreamscape.
That really underscores how fundamental dreaming is to the human experience, even if we haven't really cracked the code yet on its purpose.
Exactly. And that brings us to the million-dollar question. Why do we dream?
Right. Of course, there isn't one simple, universally accepted answer.
Right.
But what we do have is a whole spectrum of theories.
Oh, yeah.
Each with its own unique angle.
Yes.
Which is what makes it so captivating.
Okay, let's dive into some of those theories then.
Let's do it.
One that I thought was really interesting is that dreams actually function as our emotional processors.
Interesting.
Helping us work through stress and anxiety. Have you ever noticed how your dreams can get more vivid?
Oh, yeah.
Or even stressful when you're going through a tough time in your life?
For sure, yeah. That's a great observation.
Yeah.
And this theory proposes that it's not a coincidence. Dreams might provide a safe space for our brains to kind of process these difficult emotions and experiences, you know?
Like a form of overnight therapy.
Yeah.
To help us cope with being awake.
It's like our minds are working things out while we sleep.
Makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Another theory that I always find intriguing is the idea that dreams help consolidate our memories.
Yes.
Almost like our brains are running a nightly file system backup.
Yeah, the memory consolidation theory. Think of it this way. Research has shown that students who dream about a task they learned actually perform better on it the next day.
Wow.
So it suggests that dreams aren't just passive replays of our day, but they're actually actively contributing to how we store and learn information.
That's incredible.
It's like our brains are strengthening those important neural connections while we sleep.
Wow, so cool.
Yeah.
Then there's the theory that dreams could be a way for us to prepare for threats.
Okay.
Like a mental rehearsal for potential dangers.
Exactly, like a built-in simulator giving us a chance to practice reacting to different situations.
What if our ancestors, dreaming about saber-toothed tigers, were actually honing their survival skills?
Yeah, we can't know for sure.
Wow.
But it's a really compelling thought.
I know, it makes you wonder how much of our evolution is tied to our dreams.
Yeah.
Now, this next theory really speaks to my creative side.
Oh, okay.
The idea that dreams can boost creativity and help us unlock solutions and insights that we might miss while we're awake.
The classic example is Auguste Kekulé, the chemist who finally understood the structure of the benzene molecule after dreaming of a snake biting its own tail.
I love that story.
Talk about an aha moment.
And a career breakthrough.
Absolutely.
But then we have the flip side.
Okay.
The theory that dreams are basically just nonsense.
Right.
The waste product of our brains cleaning up mental clutter.
It's an idea that has a certain elegance to it, you know, in its simplicity.
Taking out the mental trash.
Exactly, just hitting the delete button.
Okay, so we've explored some of the big why questions surrounding dreams. But what about other species? Do animals dream?
That's a question that raises all sorts of fascinating questions about consciousness.
Yeah.
And whether dreaming is a uniquely human experience.
The article suggests there's actually a lot of evidence pointing to the idea that animals do dream, even if we can't, ask them directly.
Yeah, we have to rely on observation and draw inferences.
Right, like Michel Jouvet's research on cats back in the 1960s.
Yeah.
He found that their brains, while asleep, would light up in patterns very similar to when they were actively hunting.
Why?
Like they were stalking prey in their dreams.
That is so cool.
Apparently, zebra finches practice their songs while they're asleep.
Really?
Imagine that.
Perfecting your singing while you slumber.
Wild.
Yeah.
There's also evidence suggesting that octopuses might dream.
Octopuses.
Yeah, based on the way their skin color changes while they're sleeping.
Interesting.
Makes you wonder if dreaming evolved independently in different species, or if it has a single ancient origin.
It's a question for the ages.
Speaking of things we might never know for sure, let's shift gears and talk about REM sleep.
Okay.
The stage of sleep most closely linked to dreaming.
Yeah.
What's actually going on in our brains when we enter this phase.
Well, REM sleep is where those really strange, fantastical dreams tend to happen.
Yeah.
Like our brains shift into a completely different mode of operation.
So just to help our listeners understand.
Sure.
We cycle through 5 different stages of sleep throughout the night.
Yeah.
But REM sleep stands out as the most intriguing when it comes to dreams.
Absolutely. During REM, our brain activity actually increases. Breathing becomes irregular.
Okay.
Our eyes dart around under our eyelids.
Yeah.
And most of our muscles are temporarily paralyzed.
It's a bit freaky when you think about it.
It's a truly unique state to be in.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's during this stage that those vivid, almost cinematic dreams tend to unfold.
Right.
And since we're on the topic of stories, let's talk about dream interpretation.
Okay.
People have been trying to decode the meaning of dreams for centuries.
Oh, absolutely. Dream interpretation has a long and fascinating history.
Oh, yeah.
From ancient civilizations to Freud's groundbreaking work to the insights we're getting from modern neuroscience.
And even with all that history, there's still this ongoing debate. Do dreams actually hold inherent meaning?
Right.
Or are they just random neural activity?
Yeah, are we just trying to find patterns where none exist?
Like trying to read tea leaves in our own minds.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm ready to get into some of the really peculiar stuff.
Okay, I was hoping you'd say that.
The intriguing dream phenomena.
Yeah.
That just makes you wonder what our brains are really up to.
Let's dive in.
Let's start with color.
Okay.
Do we all dream in color?
Well, studies have shown that people born before color television was widespread are actually more likely to report dreaming in black and white.
Oh, wow. Really?
It seems that our early visual experiences actually shape the way we dream.
That's wild. Okay, what about gender differences in dreams?
Okay, well, research suggests that women tend to dream more about children and family, while men's dreams often focus on other themes.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And speaking of families, the article mentions that dreams during pregnancy undergo some pretty dramatic shifts.
Yes, especially in the 3rd trimester.
Yeah.
Pregnant women often report having more vivid dreams. And those dreams can sometimes be unsettling.
Yeah, what kinds of things?
They often revolve around childbirth and the anxieties and expectations that come with becoming a mother, It's like their minds are preparing for this monumental life change on every level.
It makes sense when you think about it.
It does, yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears to a topic that can be a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
Nightmares.
Right.
We all have them occasionally.
Do.
But what causes them?
Nightmares can be triggered by a whole range of things.
Yeah.
From everyday stress and anxiety to deeper traumas.
So it's almost like our deepest fears and anxieties are bubbling up to the surface.
Yeah. It's like they're bubbling up in our dreams.
And for some people, nightmares can be a real problem.
Right.
Disrupting their sleep, affecting their well-being.
Right.
I'm glad the article brought up the fact that there are therapies, like imagery rehearsal therapy.
Yes.
That can actually help.
This type of therapy helps people essentially rewrite their nightmares.
Oh, wow.
Replacing the frightening content with more positive imagery.
Interesting.
It's like retraining your brain to dream differently.
Okay, now for a question that I'm sure many of our listeners have wondered about.
Okay.
Lucid dreaming.
Yes.
Have you ever had a lucid dream?
I haven't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the idea of being aware that you're dreaming and even being able to control the dream is definitely fascinating.
It's like becoming the director of your own mental movie.
Exactly.
The article mentions that while there isn't a scientifically proven method for inducing lucid dreaming, many people believe it's possible to train your mind to achieve this level of dream awareness.
It's certainly an area ripe for further research.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, here's another fascinating thing about dreams. They can tap into both our recent and distant memories.
It's true.
So we're not just reliving the events of the previous day.
Not necessarily, no. There's the day residue effect, where elements of your day might pop up in your dreams.
Yeah.
But there's also this dream lag effect, where memories from days or even weeks ago can suddenly emerge.
Wow.
It's as if our dreams are weaving a tapestry from the threads of our entire past.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But if our dreams are drawing on so much information, why do we forget most of them?
That's a question that continues to baffle scientists. We know that within minutes of waking up, most dreams just fade from memory. Some people seem to have a knack for remembering them more vividly, though.
Yeah, like what's their secret?
Well, the article mentions a technique used by the surrealist painter Salvador Dali. He would fall asleep holding a key over a plate.
What?
When the key slipped from his grasp, the sound would wake him up.
Oh, okay.
And he'd immediately sketch whatever he remembered from his dream.
Wow, that's dedication.
Talk about dedication to your art, right?
It makes you wonder what insights we could all gain if we could tap into that level of dream recall.
It's a tantalizing thought.
It is.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder about people who don't dream at all. Do those cases exist?
There are, people with a rare condition called Charcot-Wilbrand syndrome experience a loss of the ability to dream.
Oh, wow.
Often due to brain damage. These cases really highlight how complex and delicate the neurological processes behind dreaming are.
Absolutely. And speaking of neurology, let's dive into the neuroscience of dreams.
Okay, let's do it.
What can brain science tell us about what's going on when we dream?
Well, it's a relatively new field of research. But neuroimaging techniques are allowing scientists to pinpoint specific brain regions that are active during dreaming.
So we're starting to map the dreamscape within our brains.
We are, and research suggests that different hemispheres of the brain actually play different roles in dreaming.
Oh, really?
The left hemisphere might be more involved in generating the content, while the right hemisphere contributes to the vividness and emotional intensity.
So it's a true collaboration.
It is, a collaboration between different parts of our brain.
Okay, this next one really caught me off guard.
Okay.
You can actually experience pain in your dreams.
It is surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have thought dreams offer an escape from pain, not an extension of it.
But studies have shown that people can experience realistic pain sensations in their dreams. And it's especially common in people who deal with chronic pain in their waking lives.
That makes sense.
It really challenges our assumptions about pain and how our brains process it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if there might be a way to use dream states to manage pain. Or even rewire our responses to it.
It's definitely a possibility that researchers are exploring.
Okay, let's talk about a topic that often shows up in dreams, even if it's not something we like to dwell on. Death.
Death is a universal human experience, so it makes sense that it would weave its way into our dreams.
Yeah, the article mentioned that people who have attempted suicide or struggle with suicidal thoughts often have dreams with death-related themes.
That's right, but it's also interesting to consider the phenomenon of dreams to the rescue, observed in some terminally ill patients. In these cases, dreams seem to offer a sense of hope, reconciliation, and even positive emotions as these individuals face their own mortality.
Wow, that's powerful.
It's as if dreams are providing a source of comfort and solace during a tremendously difficult time.
It is, yeah. And
then there's even speculation about a possible final dream after death. Neuroscientist Rahul Jandil has observed that in the moments after the heart stops, the brain's electrical activity can surge in patterns that resemble those seen during dreaming and memory recall. It's as if our brains are replaying key moments from our lives one last time.
That sends chills down my spine.
It really makes you think about the enduring power of the human mind, even as the body shuts down.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on, I'm curious about how our romantic relationships show up in our dreams.
Okay.
Is there anything we can learn about ourselves from the way our partners or love interests appear in our dreams?
This is where the concept of attachment styles comes in.
Okay.
Our early childhood experiences with caregivers
Mm,
shape our attachment patterns.
right.
And those patterns can often manifest in our dreams.
So if someone has a secure attachment style,
Yeah,
they're more likely to have dreams that reflect those feelings of safety and connection.
exactly. Their dreams might feature positive interactions with loved ones, a
Okay.
feeling of being supported,
Yeah.
and an overall sense of well-being.
But what about people with insecure attachment styles?
Their dreams might be more likely to involve conflict, anxiety,
Yeah.
or feelings of rejection or abandonment.
Makes sense.
It's almost as if their anxieties about relationships are playing out
Yeah.
in the dream world.
The article also mentioned something that I found surprising. Even people in happy relationships often have dreams about infidelity.
It's a surprisingly common theme.
So what's the explanation?
Some researchers believe that these infidelity dreams might be reflecting
Okay.
deeper anxieties about intimacy, commitment,
Yeah.
or even the fear of loss.
It goes to show that dreams can be incredibly complex and multifaceted.
They certainly are.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
But there's one last question I can't resist asking. Can dreams predict the future?
The age-old question of precognitive dreams.
I've definitely had those moments
Yeah.
where I
Mhm.
felt like I had dreamt something before it happened.
Right. The article mentioned déjà vu,
Yeah.
that eerie feeling of having already dreamed an experience.
Exactly.
It's a fascinating phenomenon.
It is.
And there have been so many anecdotal accounts throughout history of dreams,
Yeah.
seemingly predicting future events.
Like Abraham Lincoln is even said to have dreamt of his own assassination.
Exactly.
But are those just coincidences, or is there something more to it?
That's where things get tricky.
Yeah.
There's no real scientific consensus
Okay.
on whether precognitive dreams are real.
Hmm.
It remains a mystery.
So we're back to the realm of the unknown.
We are.
I love it.
But here's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
To consider.
Okay.
Neuroscientist Siddhartha Ribeiro has proposed that dreams might function
Yep.
as probabilistic machines,
Okay.
simulating possible futures based on our past experiences and current anxieties.
So it's not necessarily that our dreams are literally predicting the future,
Right.
but rather that they're exploring a range of possibilities.
Yeah.
And sometimes those possibilities happen to align
Yeah.
with real-life events.
Exactly. It's like our brains are running through various mental simulations,
Mm-hmm.
and every now and then one of those simulations just hits the mark.
That's a mind-blowing concept.
It
It
is.
really highlights just how complex and adaptable the human mind is.
It certainly does, and it's a reminder that even with all the scientific advancements we've made,
Yeah.
there's still so much we don't understand about the inner workings of our own minds,
Totally.
especially when it comes to dreams.
It really makes you think, like, how much do we still have to learn about our own minds?
Absolutely, and especially when it comes to dreams.
Exactly. I mean, this deep dive has definitely given me, and hopefully you, our listener, some serious food for thought.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll even inspire you to pay a little closer attention to your own dreams going forward.
I think that's a wonderful takeaway.
Yeah.
Perhaps the most important thing is not to get too caught up
Yeah.
in trying to interpret every little detail. Instead, approach your dreams with a sense of curiosity
Mm-hmm.
and openness.
Like a window into your own mind.
Exactly, a source of creativity
Yeah.
and self-discovery.
I love that. Embrace the mystery,
Absolutely.
the strangeness, the unexpected adventures
Yeah,
that unfold in your dreamscape.
it's all part of the journey.
It is, but let's be realistic. Remembering those dreams can be tough.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you have any tips
Yeah.
for improving dream recall?
There are a few strategies you can try.
Okay.
First, try to establish a consistent sleep schedule.
Okay.
Going to bed and waking up around the same time each day
Right.
helps regulate your sleep cycles, which can have a really positive impact on dream recall.
So it's about creating those healthy sleep habits.
Yeah, exactly, those healthy sleep habits.
What else can we do?
Keeping a dream journal can be incredibly helpful.
Okay.
Just keep a notebook
Yeah.
or your phone by your bed, and as soon as you wake up,
Okay.
just jot down anything you remember. Even if it's just fragments or keywords,
Yeah.
you might be surprised how those little snippets can trigger more detailed memories later.
Like capturing those elusive dreams before they fade away.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
And finally, what about our bedtime routine? Does that play a role?
It definitely can.
Okay.
Avoid screen time in the hour before bed.
Okay.
Dim the lights, maybe take a warm bath or read a book.
Right, right.
Anything that helps you unwind and transition into a peaceful state of mind can make a difference in your dream recall.
So it's all about setting the stage for a good night's sleep and a more memorable dreamscape.
Precisely. And remember, even if you can't recall every detail, simply making the effort to pay attention to them sends a signal to your subconscious that these nocturnal journeys are important.
It's like we're saying, hey, dreams, we're listening.
Exactly, exactly. And who knows what we might discover when we truly start to listen.
That's the exciting part.
It is, the exciting part.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Great.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with me.
My pleasure.
And sharing all these incredible insights into the world of dreams.
It's been fun exploring.
It has sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams to you too, and to all our listeners out there.
I think it's so cool how much our dreams can teach us about ourselves.
Yeah, it's like they're giving us these little clues about what's going on beneath the surface.
And this deep dive has really been an eye-opener for me.
Absolutely.
We've covered so much ground.
Oh, I know. Right?
From those different theories about why we dream to all those fascinating phenomena.
Right.
And then even the neuroscience behind it all.
It's amazing how much research has been done.
I know, and yet even after all this exploration, it still feels like there are so many mysteries surrounding dreams.
Oh, totally. I mean, the more we learn about dreams, the more we realize how much we still don't know.
Right. It's like we're constantly peeling back new layers of the onion.
I love that analogy.
And there's always another layer underneath.
Exactly. And it kind of speaks to the idea that our dreams are a reflection of our own complexity.
So where do we go from here? Like, what's the takeaway for our listeners who are, feeling inspired to explore their own dreamscapes?
Well, I think the key is to approach your dreams with a sense of curiosity and openness.
So not necessarily trying to, overanalyze every little detail.
Exactly.
More about just observing and noticing.
Yeah. Pay attention to the recurring themes, the emotions that come up, the symbols that appear, Your dreams are offering you this glimpse into your subconscious. This world that's rich with symbolism and personal meaning.
It's like they're speaking a language.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
That we can learn to understand.
Yeah, the more we listen to that language, the more fluent we become in the language of our own minds.
That's amazing. Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks so much for taking us on this deep dive into the world of dreams.
My pleasure. It's been a fascinating journey.
It really has. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams to you too, and to all our listeners out there.
We hope this deep dive has, sparked a sense of wonder and curiosity about your own dream adventures.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring.
I'll keep that.
And keep diving deep.